It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports, and we'll see who rules the skies in today's battle. It's the reigning Super Bowl champs and the Falcons, and it's coming up next.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Arizona Cardinals and the Atlanta Falcons. Hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin along with Charles Davis. And Charles, we take a look at this Falcons team as they enter play. They come in off a loss in the opener last week. That one was on the road. Now they get their first taste here of home cooking.
And what they're hoping to do is feed off the energy of the home crowd. Great tailgate, great fan support. Let's see if they can put it to good use.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Cardinals here, they were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive.
All right, opening drive. 31 out of 35 his first week.
How teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, and the throw led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player.
And that's caught inside the 35.
What a catch! Watkins, touchdown.
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And the final number, pretty impressive courtesy of Next Gen Stats, 21.4 miles per hour. And here's Tucker McCann now for the PAT. And the Cardinals will go up 7-0. So the drive there, they went 80 yards in 3 plays. And it winds up in a touchdown for Arizona. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And at quarterback from the University of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game. Almost like basketball, where both teams press, and one team gets an advantage, the other team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down. And that's caught. It's Bryan Edwards. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide.
Nowhere to go for Herbert. And he's going
All right, there's that man. Rick Wooden had his first career interception last week and now a sack.
Just not much a quarter.
What's going on, man? How you doing? Just over here playing some year 7.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. He's got a man complete. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. That was no 3rd and 2.
Yeah, I was going to stop at 6, but I've had so much fun. Now I got this young quarterback, Malik Cunningham, and I'd really like to make him into a Hall of Famer, just to see if I could do it.
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely
all right, we got lucky there. He was open.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. And his kick here is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives, and they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, Colbert. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. The Cardinals 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they were able to take care of business in front of the home crowd last week.
Yeah, it's always nice to get that opener at home, but now things get a little bit tougher. The good thing for them, though, is they take a little extra confidence with them when they head out on the road.
Oh, that's awesome. Jamarcus Russell, that's a name that you don't hear much. I remember a lot about him. A lot of talent, just never panned out.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And he takes a shot on the release.
Man, their pass rush is pretty good. Pretty good right now. I mean, I got some good linemen. Yeah, that's exactly right. That's what happened.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Yeah, you're right there. You really could have, man. You had the size, you had the arm strength, mobility.
They're going to look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. So 8 yards on the completion.
Yeah, he was. You know, I remember running back on your team that, man, I used to love. Darren McFadden. That's one of my favorite running backs. I know he didn't have a great career, but he had a lot of potential too. Oh.
And this will get inside the 20 and be touchdown just outside.
Yeah, Darren McFadden.
So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. And last time they were able to get 3.
Yeah.
That's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got to do something.
It's a shame. He had that little stint with the Cowboys where I thought it was going to be like a comeback year. You know, like one of those. Oh, man. Looked like he was turning it around and just fell off. Injuries hit him again. A lot of hamstring problems, if I remember right.
Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake in the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. Herbert. This is Chenault on the receiving end. First connection of the afternoon.
Yeah, for sure, man. Then you go in that same draft class. Look who else you had. I mean, a lot of my favorite players came from that draft class. Matt Forte, Chris Johnson. Especially in the running back, it was a loaded draft. Chris Johnson is my overall favorite player. Hold on.
From just shy of midfield, Herbert. And that one almost.
Ooh, I almost had that.
He had space in front of him if he had held on, but instead it's 3rd down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Herbert off of play action. He's going to drop this down to Sanders. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 39. A nice pickup of 10 means that this drive will stay on track.
And they're using that in the backfield and sometimes quite a bit.
Yeah, I do remember Hayward Bay. I do remember him. Wide receiver, wasn't he? Yeah, he was. He was. He actually, you know, I believe he set a bunch of Bears records when he was there. The man was a gunslinger. I think that's the problem. Cutler he gave what you knew he was, and people didn't like the type of player he was. A lot of hate. But you remember, man, they were loaded. Alshon Jeffrey, freaking Brandon, what's his name? Out of Denver. Brandon Marshall and Alshon Jeffrey. They should have won Super Bowls. And Matt Forte at tailback. And the defense that was just, it was pretty good. Oh, man.
He'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's 3rd down.
And even, Devin Hester,
pick up the 1st down.
Kick returner for a while. If I remember, I think that was during the same time period. Towards the end of it.
The Falcons are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They'll run with Sanders.
Good stuff.
That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up.
Yeah, man, I believe it was 19. He's still, I seen his name. I think it's still on the record books on here. Wow, good defense.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball in a passing game.
I think it was 19. It really did. Yeah. For Rex Grossman, that guy. I'm sorry, man, but you take away the defense, personal foul. Come on. You take away the Bears' defense when that happened. I think Rex Grossman was quarterbacking. We went and played Peyton Manning. And I mean, Grossman just had a bunch. Had a bunch of people around him. Yeah, you and me both, man. It's like when I was a kid, I used to actually, because, when I was younger, we didn't have the internet and stuff yet. So I actually used to keep notebooks of stats and read in the paper, the league leaders and stuff like that. I'm a big stat head guy.
Now in Atlanta, 2nd quarter action, the Falcons with the football.
Yeah. I got you, man. I'm an OG. I've been playing Madden for a long time.
Atlanta's 11 ready to go.
Gaming a long time, actually.
Take it in at the 3.
Oh, man. Gosh, he always gets so close, and then he just gets stopped.
Get out across the 35 to the 36. Here's the Arizona offense now.
It's been a pretty good game so far.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to
Super Nintendo. Heck yeah. You remember that year in between where Madden didn't have the license? Were you? Yeah, you were playing. I think it was on Nintendo 64 or something. There was a year where Madden wasn't licensed, though. And they had generic teams in there. That, to this day, was one of my favorite Maddens. Although it wasn't authentic, the gameplay was fun.
They'll run on 1st down. Colbert, and he's over midfield and into Falcon territory.
Gotcha.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
I wish I still had all that stuff. I've had every system from Atari, Sega, Nintendo. I just didn't keep him though. I got to throw it away.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here.
3 out of 7, not sharp.
Well, sometimes the defense
Not sharp today.
Great coverage from the secondary, all of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage,
It's pass rush, especially this guy right there.
and try again the next
I think he had like 20 sacks last year on here.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. This one to the sideline. He's got it.
Gotcha.
Keep the feet in, but he is a bit short here of the first down. That's going to bring up 4th down.
And this is, you know, Madden 23 is actually my favorite. Probably Madden out of the last, I'd probably say 10 years, to be honest with you.
Kick up and good, and that will knot us up at 10. Charles, even as long
Yeah, the training camp minigame, that was fun, man.
Very rarefied air.
That was fun. And I think there was a Madden where, if you remember, when the players retired, they would actually, they would turn into coaches. I can't remember what year that was.
So out come the Falcons now.
Gotcha. Yeah, the whole controller feedback is, I mean, is great. I'm not sure on PS4, but PS5, obviously with the new controller and stuff, kind of not hard. But that was so fun. That's the one thing in here that I wish that they had. They got generic coaches as the offensive and defensive coordinator. I wish they had more real coaches in it.
Now it's Herbert.
Oh, he's got the flag. Oh, dang.
Back to London, complete again. And they're going to have this across midfield.
Got you.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On first down, Justin Herbert. That's swung out wide to Sanders.
A little late hit.
Taking it a little further
You
down
got it
inside
like
the
that.
40. From the 39-yard line, here comes second down and 6.
Oh, gotcha.
Texas just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. It's a gain of 16, first down Falcons.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far in this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs. That's
I had a lot of fun on those early PlayStation. God of War is actually my favorite game.
And that'll bring up a second in just about a few
I have the whole
inches here.
collection. Of course, I really, ever since playing the new ones, I don't know if I could ever go back to playing the old ones, but I still have them.
Inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds.
Yeah. I remember Jeff Garcia.
And he maneuvers his way down to
I
the
remember
40-yard
that.
line. 44 yards rushing for him now.
He played on the 49ers for years.
Power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
Dobbins.
Oh, man. Oh, they got Dobbins, too.
Falcons touchdown.
Wow.
The first drive ended in 3. This time they take
I didn't sign him in the off-season. I was going to. They got Dobbins and Miles Sanders in the backfield.
And the second time they put it all together.
Oh, God.
Got it all the way to the end.
Now the extra point.
All right, so Atlanta's giving us a fight here.
He's got it
17-10.
By a total of 17-10.
I like that. A little competitive.
So that drive takes him down
A lot better than that blowout we had against the Eagles.
Finished off by a touchdown run from J.K. Dobbins. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away.
Yeah, I know. I think the only reason I think they actually used him is because they probably got him as the power back. So, I mean, I bet that's the only carry you'll see this game. He'd probably have about 6 or 7 throughout the whole year. And in real life, you know, they'd be shuffling them in and out.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches?
Okay. They wouldn't be like, oh, you know what? We're going to pay you this nice contract and just sit you as a backup. What's the point?
You don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question.
Nice. I was a little worried about that. Nice catch, though. Thank God he's got hands.
Catch leader after 1 week, and it's a first down.
This has to go down.
You can hear that a lot, catch leader.
But oh, so effective.
2 years in a row of 118-plus catches for Nathaniel Dell, a.k.a. Tank.
Here's 1st and 10.
Yes. I like Richard. Oh, shoot. Oh, that was a dumb play. Man, I wasn't paying attention. I'm so used to that being open. Yeah, Richards. I played with the Raiders. It's been a couple games ago. Years ago, I mean. But I remember him. Because I think, doesn't he return kicks and stuff too on there? And I used to use him as a third down back.
Navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to
Gotcha.
maybe a yard shy of there at the 20.
Gotcha.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. Remember, they were just out here a moment ago.
It's definitely a good style.
So we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
I try to run air raid as much as possible.
And you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines.
I mean, I don't blame you. Henry Ruggs.
You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Dang, that ain't bad.
Second down, here's an option right. And he'll get this up past
That ain't
the
bad. 4. He's got, what, a 97 speed? I think.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On third down, he'll drop to throw.
Come on, what the heck, man?
Stopping short of the first at the 32. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
Those Falcons are tough.
Because in my mind, there was room to run, and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with this 4th down call.
Very good return that time. 18 yards. And it will be Falcon football. This offense returns to the field.
We got to make some plays,
Penn State star Miles Sanders. We're going to look at him. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons.
I had
So
that
many
pick.
times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as
What's
we're
up, buddy?
at the catch and we get guys on the ground,
How's it going?
we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10,
Oh,
12,
man.
15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 64 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
I hope that is in the making.
Coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando or Jonathan.
This has been rough.
We'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. On first down, it's Herbert. And that's complete to Sanders.
Good defense.
And he is going to lose yardage here. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
To throw again on second down, Herbert. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he stopped right there.
Nice tackle by Simmons.
A gain of 5. The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on third down. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what they needed. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. So out now comes the field goal unit for the Falcons. From the left hash, this from 37. And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, and the more that you can put together drives and start.
All right, here we go.
Controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
Comeback begins. That's it.
And able to get this out to the 25. Well, the Cardinal offense going to take over late in this first half. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage.
Wow. This Falcon team, Blake, they are tough.
That's a pretty darn good start to this season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He's seeming determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
And now this throw
All right, quick break. Wow, they're giving us a fight here.
So we're at halftime here in Atlanta with the Falcons out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll get started out west in Las Vegas, and it's the Raiders who have the lead in that one. Jordan Love has thrown a touchdown pass. From there, we take the long plane ride back to Florida to check on the Dolphins at home in Miami. And they were winners in their ball game as they were able to handle the visiting New York Jets. Tua Tagovailoa, 2 touchdown passes as his guys make amends for the setback in Week 1. Lastly, we head to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough to check on the Patriots. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting San Francisco 49ers. Marquise Brown, a touchdown catch in the victory. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Cardinals. And they didn't get a whole lot accomplished through the air in those first 2 quarters of play. They'll need to up their game if they want to rally all the way back. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, they were even better throwing the football. Lots of open receivers to choose from, and you can bet that'll continue to be a focus in the second half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. So here are the Falcons to take over on offense. They're on the good side of this game right now with a lead, but they were on the bad side last week in that loss to Cincinnati, so now trying to make amends. Second half will start with a run by Sanders. The 71 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Meanwhile, Herbert's throw taken in by Edwards. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. Herbert now. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Herbert. This pass is caught by London. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 42. A gain there of 21 yards. Things looking much rosier for them here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
15 yards, first down, Atlanta. He's turning in a pretty impressive performance running the football and a big reason why they have this nice lead.
And in days gone by, we would clip this out and put it up on the refrigerator, wouldn't we? Clip out the box score. Nowadays, not too many newspapers out there. Maybe you screenshot it online.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll make it 2nd down. Back to throw here, Herbert. Right back to Pitts again. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged
finally, a stop is made.
Off to each defender, ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. Now a play fake here on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down, then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted.
Wow, man. This is the butt whipping I need. Humility.
And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick six.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. As confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Cardinal offense takes back over. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty... Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. And the Cards are going to take
late hit.
of the football.
Personal foul. Their pass rush is good, though. They've been getting after them.
How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he gets to the check down. A nice, safe throw and a good one.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
That'll go as a pickup of 8. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. They'll look to throw again. And that is incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30.
Here we go.
They go play action here on 1st down. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Ready?
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
Over the middle, it's complete. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's got it. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown.
Well, there we go. Another touchdown.
Great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals get a bit closer. So the touchdown there, and that play, the tap pass, so simple, Charles, on the face of it, but What makes it so difficult for defenses to stop?
I think it's the precision and the quickness in which the play occurs, because the snap gets to the quarterback. He's essentially playing volleyball with it, just immediately just shoveling it forward. And when that receiver is at a full head of steam, if you don't take the edge away, he's got a chance to get to the corner and get upfield. But if you take the edge away, that's your chance to disrupt that play.
And no disruption there, that's for sure, as it winds up 6 points. This offense returns to the field, and the former Penn State star Miles Sanders, we get a look at him. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage. Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that second score here in the third quarter. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Herbert. He's going to drop this down to Sanders. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 14 yards there and a Falcon first down. And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage. 10 more there and another first down. And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves. The lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9. Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second.
Looking there for Pitts, but intercepted. And some space here. And the Cardinals are going to take possession.
Great coverage there. We got lucky.
Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is a team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
And he's going to be taken down right at the line. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. This is caught. And the Cardinals are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. This is the National Football League on EA. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Cardinal football, but they trail here as we get set to bring you the 4th and final quarter. He'll drop to throw. Touchdown, Cardinals.
All right, there we go. Another touchdown real quick.
And the Cardinals have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. McCann for the point after. And that will cut this lead down to 13. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it was capped off by a touchdown reception from Trey McBride. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw in this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. So the completion good for 7 there. And it's second down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Looking to throw again on second down. Herbert. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. And this offense on third down today, they've hit 4 of 7. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for it with Sanders. Just a gain of
All right, we got to stop. Let's see if we can come back. That'd be awesome.
This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. 47 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
On second down now, Colbert. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. Second and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force the third down.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. After the turnover, here's Herbert. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. So out now come the Cardinals. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
Toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds.
Here we go.
5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. On first down, Colbert. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
2nd and 1. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Rondale Moore from 4 yards out. And the Cardinals are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Falcons ready to take over. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Here's Herbert. Short throw caught by Pitts. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
A give running left. It's Sanders. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Now it's Herbert. And this will be caught by Edwards. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. 3rd and 7 now. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
The Sanders has got it complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. They go back to the ground with Sanders. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Another run with Sanders. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Able to complete this to Shenault. Touchdown, Falcons! Laviska Shenault, 39 yards. And the Falcons have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it was the touchdown catch from Laviska Shenault that capped it all off. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
I think this is what this game's become now. Just go deep, see if we can get something to go our way.
Yeah, not the most creative or most inventive play call there, but not much has worked for them throughout this game. They're almost at a loss about what to dial up.
So he stopped for no gain, and that's going to make it 4th down.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.